Hey, what's up guys, Steven here. Welcome back to another video, and today I'll show you how to install a Tesla lookalike car radio into my old Alpha. So well, check this out guys, this is just simply amazing. Now what you can see right over here is a 10.2 inch Android car radio, and I mean just check this out. This is the 2-DIN body and this is the display. This is 10.2 inches and it's looking absolutely crazy. And we're also going to install a bunch of new speakers. So what you can see right over here is the GTI series from Crunch 6.2C, and well, it's a two-way audio system for the front doors, and here we have a coax system, two-way for the rear. Well, a few other things which I have to fix at my car, but this system sounds pretty good. Bought it with my own money, definitely worth it. And Dazaita, so the company which produces these amazing head units, sent me this for a review. So this one here is a sample, and we're going to see how it looks in this car. But before we're going to install it, I quickly want to show you the system I have currently inside. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. So excuse me, my car is really messy, and this is the Atoto system, which I've basically installed in my last videos. As you can see, I still haven't fixed this crap here. But well, actually it's really cool. As you can see, it's still smooth like butter, but well, the screen is kind of small. This is really a pain to fix because this was not made for the car actually, because it's an older version. But anyhow, if you're interested in a video on this Android head unit, I also have an installation video on my channel, so go and check it out. But now I want a bigger screen, and I really hope that I will be able to rotate it, because otherwise we'll probably won't be able to steer anymore. But yeah, let's just go and let's install it. Now guys, the hardest part, as always in the beginning, is getting out your old head unit, and well, in my case that's super easy. Just get this crap off, and well, I have a couple of screws right over here which I have to unscrew and then just slide it out. So guys, what you can see right over here is my old DSP amplifier for the speaker system which I've used. This one here is from China, and it's actually pretty cool to tweak your stock speakers. And if you're interested in that one, there's also a link down below in the description. Okay, yeah, a few more cables to remove and then we're good to go. Now here's a quick comparison from the back side, and well, as you can see, we don't have all the cinch ports here on the new one, but we have a full-sized HDMI port right over here, so that's pretty cool if you have any external receivers, PlayStation or something which you want to connect to the big screen. Main connector with the fuse looks pretty identical. Here we have something which looks like for the steering wheel control, but I'm not really sure about that. Then here we have some additional outlets, basically what's missing here, because here you have all the ports on the back and you can't detach them. Antenna connector right over here and here. This is for GPS. This could be Wi-Fi or a backup antenna, but I guess it's Wi-Fi. And yeah, it's looking pretty good regarding the design. Also 2-DIN form factor, as you can see, but well, regarding the display, there's really a really massive difference, and the display can also be rotated, but well, this is a little bit hard to do in the beginning, and there we go. But it's pretty good because it's really stiff and you won't rotate the display during driving. But yeah, let's go and let's put it in. So guys, I just checked out the cables included, and well, some of them are in Chinese, as you can probably see, but some of them are also labeled in English. 2 cables are not labeled at all, so this will give me a little bit of headache on how to wire that up, but so far it looks good. Then also this was included, and as you can see, come on, focus, it says here Nissan low power cable. Now, doesn't really look like a Nissan, so I'm not sure if I need that one or not. And here are some more extra cables. Well, as you can see, USB, here some more connectors, and yeah, let's see how many of them I need. Here you can also see there's a microphone included, which you can, I don't know, place somewhere in your dashboard. And yeah, let's go and let's install it. Alrighty guys, so there we go. Well, this is actually the cable tree, as you can see, and well, there are only a few cables which I have to connect, and this is the amplifier remote cable for the amplifier under the seat. Then here we have some more cables, key 1, key 2, so this is actually for the steering wheel controls, but well, I've thrown out the steering wheel adapter for the Alpha because it's not working anymore. Then I have some other cables which I'm not really sure what it is actually, and there's a cable which is called back. It just says back on there. No idea what the hell it is, but if you guys could tell me, I would be really glad. Then here we have a black-brown cable, which I guess is ground, but I don't know. And also this one here, the orange one, I'm also not sure about that one. It's not labeled, but yeah, I'll just put it in, solder some wires, and then let's see if it works. So guys, seems like I was right, and the black-brown cable is a ground cable, so yeah, it beeps, so it seems that's connected. And yeah, I will connect the parking brake cable with the ground cable, so this bypasses the parking brake detection. Then I will be able to watch movies while driving, which you shouldn't do, but nobody cares. Oh yeah, seems I got it to work, and as you can see, I just need to work on the angle of the reverse camera here a little bit, but yeah, it's working fine actually, but only with the AV in. For some reason it doesn't get the input signal to switch actually to the reverse camera when I put in the reverse gear, and I definitely need to check this out, which cable it is, and then hook it up. But yeah, this will take me some time, so I'll leave it as it is right now as a little workaround and continue with the installation. So guys, it's day 2 today, and well, it was a really long night. I couldn't finish it yesterday, but today we'll continue to work on the car and check out all the features of the head unit. So let's go. So guys, the head unit so far is working really fine. Now the installation is a little bit messy, as you can see, but it's like the 5th head unit in this car, so yeah. I was driving yesterday a little bit around and tested out the head unit, and so far I have to say it is super fast. As you can see, it boots up within 3 seconds, and well, the UI is really snappy. The huge screen is looking gorgeous, but well, I have to fix the frame around it, and I will now try to remove the display, because this should also be possible. And well, there are some release buttons here on the side, and then you should actually be able to, I don't know, yeah, remove the display, but as the 2-din body is still not fixed, this is a little bit tricky, but let's try it out. Oh, it's actually super easy. You just have to slide these things to the outside and then slide off the display, and display is now removed. And here on the back side there's a tiny connector which I have to remove, but you need to be really careful because this looks kind of fragile. And there we go. And display removed, as you can see. So well, now I can work on fixing the frame inside of the car, and let's do this. So guys, I just fixed the head unit inside with 2 screws because, well, this car is already really broken because I had so many different units inside of it, and that's the only way to mount it without yeah, falling apart. And yeah, maybe another screw right over there, but then I should be done. Alrighty, so the head unit is fixed, and as you can see, there's an SD card slot right over here, so behind the screen, and it came with a 16GB card, so that's pretty good. And pre-installed was the navigation software and some other apps. That's pretty cool. So you can also extend the memory if you put in there another SD card. And here you can see that massive mount for the display, so this is really massive. And right over here we have the cable for the display, and it connects basically to the display here at the bottom. And yeah, so far the build quality of it looks pretty good. Now to unlock it, you have to yeah, slide these things to the outside and then just slide it off. So that's also super easy. And well, I will now just try to get the frame back in and then put the display back on. Alrighty guys, now I would say let me quickly show you and demonstrate you the head unit and tell you how it feels to use it. Well, I have to say it's super fast and snappy, so swiping here through the pages on the home screen feels really good and convenient. I've definitely seen way slower head units. There's just a little bit of motion lag, but really almost not noticeable. Then you can turn off the head unit with the capacitive touch button up here. And once shutting down, it takes a few seconds. When you turn it back on from standby, it's immediately back. When you turn it on from the cold boot, it takes around 20 seconds. Here on the left side, well, we have some buttons to quickly access some shortcuts, back button, and to adjust the volume. Now, as you can see, tapping on the display to adjust the volume, this feels so weird. I really want to have real buttons or a rotating knob to adjust the volume, because this feels a little bit, yeah, it feels a little bit strange. Here also a little pinhole with a reset switch. Then yeah, let's quickly go to the settings so I can show you on which Android version this build is running. So as you can see, it's the PX6 unit, so you can use that model number to also search for different brands. It's a 1024x600 display, so some pretty decent resolution for that size. We have here Android version 9. And yeah, there are Android 10 head units out there, but they're super buggy so far that I've seen on some fairs, and I wouldn't get one right now. So Android 9 is probably the way to go. We have 4 GB of RAM. You can see the chipset right over here, and under storage you can actually check out that this unit here has 64 GB of internal memory, which is quite a lot, to be honest. Also, you can put in SD cards, like here there's a 60 GB SD card inside with the GPS files. Alright, so let me quickly show you some other settings here. So we have Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. To be honest, Bluetooth is working fine, but Wi-Fi, well, since the antenna is in the dashboard, the signal is not that good. So I use my phone as a hotspot, and then it is working fine. We can actually check out here the car settings. This is the most interesting stuff, because here you can change the color of the capacitive touch buttons of the backlight, and well, you can change it to any RGB color you want. So also you can set it to rainbow colors, and this actually only works when you wire up the ignition cable, so the illuminate cable, because I haven't wired it up yet, so when I turn on the light nothing happens. But usually when you turn on the light, it should actually also light up the capacitive touch buttons. Alright, then here we have steering wheel keys. So if you have an adapter for your smartphone, you can use that to program the steering wheel keys. But my adapter is actually broken, so I don't use this. Here you can see the amplifier to tweak your speakers. I currently still have the stock speakers inside. We'll listen to it a little bit later. And well, you have some presets here for the equalizer. Actually, it is working pretty fine. It's quite decent. I was just pushing the highs because the stock speaker system is sounding so crappy in this car. And well, here we have the subwoofer settings, so frequency cut, gain. Yeah, it's basically displaying you all information you want to adjust, and that's pretty good. So all the settings are right over here. And the subwoofer configuration is way better than on my old head unit, because there it was really a pain. You had to go to the settings and adjust the gain, and here you can do that in the amplifier application, which is really convenient. Here also delay, fader, you can adjust the volume plus and minus on every single speaker, and that's pretty cool. And also I think the whole UI here looks really cool. Alright, back to the settings. We also have here some navigation settings. We have here driving settings, for instance, if you want to activate watching video while driving, which yeah, you shouldn't, or disable notifications while driving. That's also a pretty cool setting. And yeah, then we have here some extra settings. So here the shutdown delay, currently set to 30 seconds. So when you switch off the ignition, then yeah, it just turns off after around 30 seconds. And that's actually fine for me. And here also reversing volume, X mirror, blah, blah, blah. So plenty of things to customize it. So we're back now on the home screen. When you swipe down from the top, you get the status bar with all your quick toggles for Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, volume, brightness, the amplifier, and the quick RAM cleaner, which is also working fine. Then here you can quickly adjust the brightness. Here also we have microphone, so this should actually trigger the Google Assistant, I guess, but for some reason this is not working. It's also doing nothing on my smartphone, so this is the only thing which I'm not quite sure yet how it works. You can activate this, this helpful little additional button, which is basically a little button for home, recent applications, whatever, blank screen, clean the RAM. I don't use that short key too much because I just don't like that ball here on my screen. But in case if you like to use it because it's a huge display, well, you can also activate it. Then here on the home screen we have Bluetooth. So when your smartphone is connected to the head unit via Bluetooth, you can actually control it from the display. So here, as you can see, I can switch tracks. This is working really fine, so there is no problem with that. Then also you can start and stop music, and well, it fully works with Spotify. Sometimes there is a delay when you press the play button, but nothing serious. Then we also have here music and video. So if you have music or video files on the head unit itself, you can playback it here. And yeah, we also have radio, but I don't use the radio actually because I just listen to Spotify, podcasts, watch YouTube movies, and I don't use the radio, so I haven't even used the antenna adapter for it. Then here we have navigation. Now it's pretty cool that this head unit comes with a fully working navigation software. So this is iGo, probably a ripped version, but let's check it out. The skin looks a little bit old school, don't like it too much, but yeah, it is working fine. As you can see, GPS position regained, so really fast. And yesterday I was driving a little bit around with GPS, and to be honest, it's only lagging behind like half a second. And GPS, when you place the antenna correctly, so I have it right now, right under the steering wheel, then it is no problem to use navigation, and that's pretty cool. Alright, so let's exit navigation, and we also have DAB+, but in order to use it, you need to have a USB DAB+ adapter, which I don't have, so it's not working. Same for SatLink, which is basically Android Auto integration. Then I can show you quickly the AV in. So if I switch in the reverse gear, then as you can see, it actually shows my reverse camera, gear back, and it's not working anymore. That's pretty good. But I haven't configured it yet to automatically switch to the video application when I put in reverse. So I have to open up the AV in application. Then here we have DVR, just in case if you want to connect a camera, an APK installer, so you can install additional APK files. But there's also the Play Store on the device, so this is not a locked system. You can actually just go and download applications, like for instance, I've downloaded Instagram before. You can download the Facebook Messenger, you can download some stupid games, you can download TikTok to watch some 12-year-olds, whatever you want, so it's pretty cool actually. Then iGo, as I've told you, it's pre-installed. That's pretty cool from the Chinese. Then, yeah, well, you can check your mails here in Gmail. That's also working fine. Calculate the clock, nothing special right over here. Then, well, if you have a tire pressure monitoring system, you can also connect it, but I haven't connected it yet. I will do that a little bit later, but this should also be no problem. And here, as you can see, there's also a TV application if you have an integrated TV tuner connected to it, but it doesn't have any of the TV functionality, DAB plus functionality or whatever. So you need extra devices for it, which can add up to the whole costs and make it a little bit costly. But if you just use digital services like me, Spotify, connecting your smartphone, well, then this is absolutely fine. And I really love this head unit because, as you can see, it is super fast. It is snappy, it has all the applications I need. I mostly use navigation, music, and sometimes I like to check my mails there if I don't want to check them out on my small screen during driving. And that is really, really amazing. And so far I have to say I'm really satisfied with the head unit. Now guys, I almost forgot to playback some music for you and show you some movies. So we're here on YouTube, no copyright sounds, let's just playback it. And well, the stock speakers in the Alpha, they sound crappy, but well, the head unit is doing actually a pretty good job getting the most out of it, and you can always go to the equalizer and tweak it. So currently I really had to boost the highs. I mean, that's not good what you see here, but anyhow, this sounds actually good to me because the speakers are so crappy. And yeah, remove a little bit of the low tones because, well, there's a subwoofer for it. Here you can also adjust the subwoofer settings to anything you like, and to be honest, the sound quality is really not bad. I've definitely heard way worse systems from China, and this one here is doing an okay job.
But it's hard because I'm falling. I'm falling. Tell me why I'm falling. Oh, life's calling. But it's hard because I'm falling.
So well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope I didn't forget anything, but if you have any questions about it, now write it down below into the comments and I'll try to reply as soon as possible. So well, just downloaded Messenger. And yeah, if you want to check it out, I'll leave you a link to Dazaita. It's probably a kind of weird brand name, but yeah, check it out. The link is down below in the description. I'm now flying to the CES with BMW, so I will be not available until the 12th of January, but after that I will actually install the speakers, do some more customization, bring some new gadgets from the CES and then make this car really sick. Alrighty guys, so stay tuned for a new video and yeah, see you very soon. Bye!